Well, Aaron and Ben, those who work in this area say they have no doubt that people have been living in this building until just recently. We have not seen any signs of the city inspectors yet. We did see a police vehicle seeming to cordon off the alleyway, but inspectors will be going in to check for any building code violations. This place is earmarked as industrial. It's for industrial use. Now, also, before dawn, we spotted a young man leaving this building, loading an Apple computer tower and other items into a car, and he drove off without comment. The city is returning today after obtaining a court order. Inspectors were not able to get in last week to investigate reports of improper use. Also here now is a man who describes himself as R. Kelly's stepbrother, and he defended the singer and dismissed his portrayal as a monster by the Lifetime documentary series.
My brother's not going down for this crap, okay? He's not a monster. He's a human being just like us. He's not a monster at all.
I've seen younger girls, front of the building, back of the building. There is a back entrance. After his last incident, about a year ago, he did a little spring cleaning. There were mattresses in the alley, boxes of women's shoes, and different items like that were back there.
Pressure has been mounting since the release of Surviving R. Kelly, the 6-part documentary series which details decades of alleged sexual abuse, particularly with underage girls. The 52-year-old Grammy winner has denied all allegations. Now, earlier we saw apparent associates of R. Kelly heading into the building. They have not come out. The stepbrother claims that R. Kelly himself will be here today. We have not seen any sign of his arrival or of the city inspectors. We're standing by, and of course, we'll bring you the latest live.
Meanwhile, building inspectors found multiple possible violations in R. Kelly's warehouse studio on the near West Side Wednesday, according to officials, as the singer faces increased scrutiny over sexual abuse allegations. Last week, an anonymous call to 311 claimed people were living in the warehouse on the 200 block of North Justin Street, and a judge granted the city's emergency motion to enter the building. Kelly is the only tenant in the warehouse, which is zoned for commercial use only. Just after noon Wednesday, inspectors went in the back door of the building. According to the Department of Buildings, the team of plumbing, carpentry, electrical, and fire prevention inspectors found multiple violations. So R. Kelly got busted with multiple violations, and he's going to get bounced out next week if he don't pay. City inspectors observed building code violations, including evidence of residential use, which is non-compliant with the zoning code, and work performed without approved plans or permits. The Department of Buildings said in a statement, so the city inspectors found everything they could think of. Kelly has been ordered to pay $173,000 in court fees and back rent for the warehouse studio by Monday, or he'll be evicted. Currently on sale for nearly $4 million. An estate listing says the warehouse contains a full recording studio, lounge, and full kitchen. So R. Kelly's really got until Monday to pay his back rent, taxes, court fees, everything. Kelly was acquitted of child pornography charges in 2008, but came under scrutiny again after the Lifetime documentary series Surviving R. Kelly detailed allegations of sexual abuse, mostly involving underage girls. Kelly denies the charges. Well, first of all, he should not be denying charges. He had every girl that you could think of, 17 and under. That's what he did. And he sexual abuse all these girls, and he did what he did, and now he's trying to deny every one of them, but he will never tell the truth because he's a liar. And being acquitted of the sexual or child pornography charges, really? Come on. Girls came forward to tell their story of what they did. They didn't find any evidence of criminal activity, that hostages of sex slaves were kept there, or any evidence that confirms the ridiculous allegations that seem to continue to be regurgitated. R. Kelly's attorney, Steve Greenberg, said, well, you know what, Steve Greenberg, I think that he needs to evaluate R. Kelly because, you may think that allegations are ridiculous, but these women came forward and told their story of what he did when they was growing up in that. After the series premiered, Kelly's studio has become the center of scrutiny and protest. On Wednesday, supporters and protesters were on the scene. A man who identified himself as Kelly's stepbrother, but won't give his own name, came to his defense. Well, first of all, R. Kelly's stepbrother should not be defending him because, he knew about what R. Kelly did, but he just did not want to admit it at all. He's not a monster. He's a human being just like us. Not a monster at all, he said. Well, that's a lie because now the girls have came forward and there's going to be more coming to tell their story. Jim Lewis said he works nearby and has seen younger girls in front of the building, back of the building. So Jim Lewis is now the witness, and he saw these girls after coming in and out of the building. After his last incident about a year ago, he did a little spring cleaning. There were mattresses in the alley, boxes of women's shoes, Lewis said. Yep, and can't help it once you put the evidence outside. Yeah, it's going to get noticed. It's going to be an eyesore. The chorus of voices against the singer is growing. In New York, protesters delivered a petition with more than 100,000 signatures demanding record label RCA drop him. People are going to be dropping R. Kelly left and right, here and there. And yeah, they are. There's 100,000 signatures now in New York. If this is an individual who has taken advantage of women, then justice must be served, Marie Roberts said. So Marie is saying that that justice should be served. I don't know if she's an attorney or whoever she is. City inspectors will now process and itemize the building code violations observed during the inspection, according to the city, and will incorporate the violations into an amended complaint for a subsequent court hearing. So everything is going to be going into a court hearing after the city inspector itemizes everything. That is, the building code violations are going to get written up on a paper, and it's going to be going right to court for the judge to hear. And the judge is not going to take too kindly to this, but R. Kelly's in a lot of trouble now. Of course, R. Kelly is broke, and where is he going to get the $173,000 for the rent and taxes, court fees? Well, then he's got a problem. Then R. Kelly does have a problem trying to get all that. So he's got to think of something, because, he's going to get bounced out anyways, and the building is up for $4 million. So, they're going to do everything they can to keep him out, or not do everything, but they're going to do everything they can to evict him if he don't pay that. And he has until Monday, and we all know Monday is a holiday, so this is what's going to happen. Anyways, I'm out.